guys, welcome back to the Cozy Corner. Today I thought I would do a review of all the books I read in April and tell you my recommendations. So we are going to start off strong with a DNF. I read 7 chapters of the book and could not get into it at all. I don't know why. I wasn't over on the writing. I didn't find it the easiest thing to read. And the story so far in the first 7 chapters hadn't captivated me. But I might put it back on my TBR and give it one more go. But I fear it's just going to end up in the on-hold pile. So it was not a great start to the month. And then we had Louisa May Alcott's The Good Wives. I really liked this. I didn't find it as good as Little Women, which is the prequel to this one, but I still really enjoyed it. And I gave this one a 4-star, and I cannot wait to carry on reading the series. So I do recommend this one, but obviously read Little Women first before picking up Good Wives. Virginia Woolf to the Lighthouse. This was another disappointment. The first Virginia Woolf I read was A Room of One's Own, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I loved the writing style. I am yet to read something else by Virginia Woolf that I actually like. I've read Miss Dalloway, gave it a 3-star. It was okay, it wasn't great. To the Lighthouse, I gave a 2-star. We never got to the lighthouse, and I don't know if that's just a me hang up, but yeah, I just really wanted to get to the lighthouse, see what was so special about this lighthouse, but you never get there. You never get there. So yes, this is a 2-star for me, which is a shame because I will probably end up unhauling it, but part of me wants to keep it because I think the cover is really pretty. But as I said, it's probably going to up in the unhaul part because I'm probably not going to read it again. I also read The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I'm not big on thriller or crime books, fictional crime. I love true crime, which is bizarre when I give you an explanation in a second, because they give me too much anxiety, which is crazy because I know they're made up, whereas reading a true crime book doesn't give me anxiety even though I know it's real. You'd have thought it'd be the other way around. But I felt such anxiety reading the second half of this book. It was crazy. I really liked it. I half guessed what had happened, but I didn't guess the full twist. Yeah, I really liked it. It was really easy to read. I couldn't put it down, but like I said, it did give me severe anxiety and my heart was racing while I was reading this. So just a little warning there, but no, it was very good, and I gave this one a 4-star. And then Friedrich Bachmann, My Friends. This for me is a 6-star read. It was so good, so good. It made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me just reflect on the way society thinks about young adults and teenagers. It restored my faith in humanity. It's about friendship, it's about loss, it's about hope. It's an absolute masterpiece. I adored this book. I've thought about it every day since I finished reading it, and I cannot wait. I'm really sad because I've only got 3 or 4 more Friedrich Bachmanns to read before I've read everything that he's written, and that makes me really sad, but I still have the Bedtime Trilogy to go. But this was amazing. Highly recommend. I tabbed it. It's just, personally, I think this is Friedrich Bachmann's best work out of all the ones that I've read. But yeah, really enjoy this book and I highly recommend it. Okay, so next I'm going to go to my reading journal for the audiobooks that I've listened to this month, and I started off with an absolute monster. It was 1,200 pages, and that was Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I really enjoyed it up until about page 700, 750, and then I was just kind of a bit over it. It's just so long. I think if it was around the 700 page mark, it would be really good and it wouldn't lose any literary weight. But that's just my opinion. I know some people really love it being so long, but I got to a point I was like, I've just lost interest in the storyline now. So I gave that one a 3-star. Will I read it again? Probably not. Am I glad that I've read it? Yes, I am. It took so long to get through the audiobook, but I'm glad I did it. Just will not be doing it again. I also audiobooked Dreams of My Father by Barack Obama. I gave that one a 3.5 star. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more about Obama's childhood and how he got into politics and leading up to the White House. But I think I mistook that for his second book. So this book is all about race, politics, social class, and the story of his Kenyan father and that side of family, and then his mother's American side of family, and about being in Hawaii. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was really well written. It was interesting. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but that's on me. I totally got the two books confused, but hey, I'm glad I read it or listened to it in this case. And after that, I audiobooked Orbital by Samantha Harvey. I've really wanted to read this book since it came out, but I'm sorry, I am not paying $9.99 or $10.99 for a book that is 144 pages. That is outrageous. So I found it on my little library app as an audiobook and I listened to it. And I'm really glad I didn't buy it because I think it was so overhyped. I felt disappointed. It was good. It was really well written, but I just wanted more. I wanted another 100 pages. But that's just a me hang up. Like, the story was good. I just felt it. I just wanted it to be filled out more. I wanted to know more. I wanted the astronauts to come back to Earth and explain what they'd seen up there and how they witnessed. I wanted to know the aftermath of the tornado that was ripping through the Philippines. I wanted to know more. But as a short story and short novella, it was really good. I gave it 3.5 stars. And as I said, the only disappointment was it wasn't longer. And then I finished up with A Court of Wings and Ruins, Sarah J. Maas. I'm borrowing, my friend very kindly lent me the paperback, so I'm half audiobook in, half paperback in. I've not finished it yet, and I'm not sure if I will. I'm about halfway through, and it's really not my thing. I liked the first one. The second one was okay. I feel this one is just a bit too smutty. We've had, in the space of 5 chapters, Farah's got it on with somebody, one or the other, 3 times. I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to know. I like reading about the different kingdoms and the people in the kingdoms and what each kingdom represents and the dynamic between the kingdoms. I like that. I'm not interested in a love triangle. So I don't know if I'm going to finish that. I fear that I probably won't, or I'll just skim read it and skip chapters. Yeah. But on what I've read, so taking out all the smutty chapters, I would rate it a 3.5 star. So maybe I will finish it and I'll just skip over chapters that are not really my cup of tea. So yes, rounding up, that was a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 red books, 1 DNF, a 6-star read, and a audiobook that I may or may not finish. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys for joining me while I reviewed my April reads. Hope you guys have had a really good reading month, and I'll see you again soon in May. Bye!